everybody, Mags here, and we are back with another episode of Crochet 101. In this one, we are actually going to do the corner to corner increase. The corner to corner is actually really popular right now, and it builds up really quickly, and it also decreases really quickly. And because this was actually going to be a square. But when you look at it this way, which is how you hold it when you do your work, it looks like it's going to be a diamond, not a square. But then, of course, when you flip it to the side, if this was filled in, it would be a perfect square. And you can make squares and either crochet or sew them together. And as you can see, you can do color changes. And we'll cover all that eventually. But for this first lesson, this is just how to start a corner to corner, how to do each one of the individual blocks, and how to do the increase. Start with a slip knot. Put your hook in, and we're only going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wrap your yarn, and then in the third chain from the knot, 1, 2, 3, in the third chain, or third chain from the hook, you do your first double crochet, and then you do it in the next 2 chains. And that is your first little block of 4 double crochet, because this counts as 1, and you'll be doing slip stitches into those, which I will show you how, which those are really simple. They're as simple as a single crochet, maybe more so. But that is this right here. This is your first little box going into the corner to corner. Now, to increase, once you reach here and you chain 6 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wrap your yarn in 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fourth one from the hook. You do a double crochet, and in the next 2 chain stitches. And that is your second box. But to connect them, right here in between where the chain 3 and your first double crochet here was, put your hook in, hook your yarn, pull it through, and pull it through again. And that is a slip stitch. From here we chain 3, wrap your yarn, and right here into this space you do 3 double crochet. Oops, messed up. And that is the end of row 2. And a good way to know what row you're on, especially when you're increasing, like if you want to do squares that from one corner to one corner is 10. 1, 2. On the next, for the next row, it'll be 1, 2, it'll be 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However many blocks you can count on the outside, that's what row number you're on. Okay, another increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Third and the fourth from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. do your double crochet, and in the next 2 chains do the same thing. And your work will turn while you're doing this when it's this little, but that's okay because you're going to have to turn it. You would have to turn it anyway until it starts getting bigger and you can just kind of lay it on your lap or the table. Your work will generally turn while you're doing the increase anyway. And then right here, right on the very edge where the chain 3 is here, do another slip stitch, and then chain 3, and 3 double crochet into that same space. And then right here, in this space right here, right next to where the chain 3 is, on this block, you do another slip stitch, another chain 3, and another 3 double crochet into that space. And 1, 2, 3. We just finished row 3. I'll do row 4, and then after that, well, I'll do 4, and then I'll do 5, and that will be the end of this video for the increase. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wrap your yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into the 4th. And do double crochet, and in the next 2. See, I'm holding my work just like this, like it should stay. Just to show it doesn't matter if it turns or if you want to hold it, or when it's big enough that it's not just all going to turn anyway. Because once you're done with this, you turn your work and you do another slip stitch right here. Another chain 3. And 3 double crochet into the space. Again with a slip stitch. When you're on the increase, when you're building your corner to corner or C2C, every time you finish a block in between the ends where you build, you're always going to chain 3, do 3 double crochet, and then do a slip stitch around the chain 3 of where they connect. Every single time. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochet. And one more time. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th chain from the hook. And then double crochet in the next 2 chains. Depending on how tight or loose you make your chains will depend on how hard it is to get your needle through it too, by the way. That's why when I'm working with your typical sized yarn, like here, I tend to use the bigger hooks. And you turn your work and fold it over, and right there where it would connect, you do your first slip stitch of the row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Slip. 1, oops, 2, 3. Keep slipping into the stitches. 2 and 3. And you only increase one side at a time. Like this was an increase for 5. Once I get here, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I won't, that when I do the chain 6 and whatnot, and what from that, that will actually be starting row 6. Three, a slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double. And that is how you start a corner to corner and do the increase where it grows out this way. My next video will be on how to do the decrease, and then one more video after that will be on the corner to corner, and that will be like how to do a scarf where you increase on one side but you decrease on the other side. That way it stays the same width but it still continues to grow. And that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and that I helped you learn how to do the corner to corner. And we will see you for the next episode. Until then, happy crochet.